The last letter, a sad love story. The rain had just begun to fall when Ayan returned to the little cafe where everything had started. The smell of coffee and wet soil mixed in the air, and for a moment, it felt like time had folded back on itself. He could almost see her there, Mira, sitting by the window, smiling softly, waiting for him like she always used to. But that was years ago, before promises broke, before fate tore them apart. Ayan sat down at their usual corner table, tracing his fingers over the carved initials A+M=forever on the wooden surface. He smiled faintly. Forever, he whispered. What a beautiful lie. They had met on a monsoon morning during college. Mira was running late for class, holding her umbrella like a shield, and Ayan, half asleep, half lost in his sketches, bumped into her, spilling coffee on her white kurta. Instead of anger, she laughed. That laugh, like rain on glass, stayed with him forever. From that day, they were inseparable. They spent hours talking about dreams, music, and the kind of future they wanted. Ayan wanted to be an architect, building places that told stories. Mira wanted to be a writer, capturing emotions in words. Together, they built a world where love felt simple and eternal. But life, as always, had other plans. Mira's father was transferred abroad, and her family arranged her engagement to a family friend's son, a man she barely knew. When she told Ayan, her voice trembled, her eyes red. Ayan, I can't do this, she cried. I can't leave you. Then don't, he said, holding her hand tightly. We'll run away if we have to. I'll take care of you. But Mira shook her head. It's not that simple. My father is sick, and he wants to see me settled before anything happens. Ayan's heart cracked, but he didn't show it. Then we'll wait, he whispered. I'll wait for you, no matter how long it takes. They met one last time at the railway station before she left. She handed him a small box wrapped in blue paper. Don't open it until you can't hold on anymore, she said. Promise me, he promised. And then the train took her away. Years passed. Ayan threw himself into his work, designing buildings, chasing deadlines, pretending he'd moved on. But every rainy season, he returned to that cafe, ordered her favorite caramel latte, and watched the window where she once sat. One day, a letter arrived at his apartment. No return address, just his name written in Mira's handwriting. His heart raced as he opened it. Greater than, Dear Ayan, if you're reading this, I'm sorry. I should have written sooner, but I was afraid. Afraid that seeing my words would hurt you more than my silence ever could. My marriage, it never happened. My father's health worsened, and by the time I was free to come back to you, fate had other plans. I'm sick, Ayan. It started small. Headaches, dizziness. Now it's something the doctors can't fix. I didn't want to burden you, but I also couldn't leave this world without saying what I always meant to. You were my only home. My laughter, my peace, my every dream. Please forgive me for the distance, for the silence, for leaving you waiting by that window. If love could heal, I'd have lived forever in your arms. Yours, always, Mira. Ayan read the letter over and over, his tears blurring the ink. The pain hit him like thunder. He grabbed the blue box from his drawer, the one she'd given him at the station, and finally unwrapped it. Inside was a small silver pendant shaped like a heart, and a note, so you'll always have a piece of mine. He broke down, holding it tightly against his chest. That night, the city slept under heavy rain. Ayan walked to the cafe one last time, clutching the pendant and the letter. He sat by the same window, staring at the empty chair across from him. A waitress approached and asked gently, Are you waiting for someone, sir? He smiled weakly. I was, he said. But she's already here. Just not where you can see. The rain poured harder, blurring everything outside. A flash of lightning illuminated the reflection on the glass. A faint silhouette of Mira, smiling softly, her hand resting over his. He didn't move. He didn't want to break the illusion. For that brief moment, it felt like she'd come back, keeping her promise. Days later, the cafe owner found the table empty, except for a folded note and a pendant lying on it. The note read,